Welcome to the Lifestyle Control Protocol. This is all about how to take control of your nutrition and alcohol without sacrificing any social life that you might have going on or any progress that you've got in the way. This has been made for people who train hard, who might work hard and genuinely want to make progress across their life, but every single week they feel that they're entering the same cycle. You might be disciplined in the week, and then by the time the weekend hits, your nutrition goes out the window. The alcohol creeps in and you feel like you're just starting again every single Monday. The lifestyle control protocol that we've put together is about breaking that cycle, not by becoming obsessive, not by cutting absolutely everything out that you enjoy, but by building a lifestyle that supports your goals while still allowing you to enjoy all of your life. The weekend problem. So you're disciplined Monday to Thursday, your training's good, your nutrition's solid, you feel like you're making progress, and then the weekend just arrives and it hits you around the face. Yeah, alcohol increases, your food quality drops significantly, the calories start to climb up the chain, and your sleep is non-existent, it really struggles. And what felt like a really productive week leading into the weekend just starts to get heavily diluted over 2 to 3 days along the way. Now, this is the weekly cycle that we tend to look at, and it's the cycle that many people get trapped in. They're good all week, sometimes undereat, you might skip meals, you might try to save calories here and there, but by the weekend, you're hit by hunger, you're hit by fatigue, you've got social pressures to catch up on, and a few drinks becomes a hell of a lot of drinks. Your food choices become really reactive and your recovery just goes downhill. And by the Monday, your motivation's lower, your progress feels stalled, you're feeling lethargic. Yeah, I know that you know it, we all know it. And it feels just like it's one step forward, it's 2 steps back. Now, the common approach that we tend to see along the way is the typical response of tightening the rules, being really harsh on yourself, cutting out alcohol completely, slashing your calories, avoiding social events. I'm not going to that next weekend. And you just try and be perfect. And to be fair, it can work for a short period of time. But if the strategy only works when you have quiet life, or it's a quiet period of your life, and it's a controlled period of your life, it's not something that you can rely on across the board. Now, why does that restriction fail? The tighter the rules, the more that the pressure builds. And eventually, the pressure needs an outlet. We've all seen it. Strict dieting leading to a far bigger blowout. Heads come off, going hell for leather. And it's usually not this thing that everybody speaks about of a lack of discipline. It usually comes down to trying to live by a set of rules that just don't fit the life that you actually live. So it becomes about integrating it into your lifestyle. And this is where our lifestyle control protocol differs, because we don't aim for perfection. We don't aim for the goal of just being perfect all the time. The goal of it is control. So we fuel your body properly through the week. We plan ahead where we can for social events. And we stay aligned when you choose to indulge. You might pick a time. It could be a stag do. It could be your best mate's birthday where the gloves are off. And we understand that, and it's okay because we've planned into the future, because control beats perfection every single time. Now, where progress leaks, when progress stalls, there's usually one bottleneck, one major leak that allows everything to come crumbling down. It could be down to underfueling during the week. It could be down to your alcohol intake just simply being way too high. It might be that your weekend calories, you just decide the gloves are off because it's the weekend and it's completely unchecked, so you don't really know what you're consuming. It might be down to poor sleep as a result of all these things that's completely totaling your recovery. Or maybe you just not found a strategy for any social situations that you might find yourself in. Now, the key is to identify the biggest leak first and fix that. And to do this, we need to have some practical strategies. So this is where simple habits can create a huge, huge return. So if we prioritize protein at every single meal, if we are eating consistently rather than skipping meals, if you set drink limits before you go out, but like we said before, sometimes there might not be a limit because you've allowed yourself the ability to indulge, but we're also hydrating aggressively. And on the odd social occasion, the odd big event, you make the choice consciously rather than pretending it won't have an impact at all. The goal isn't to eliminate enjoyment. We're all here to enjoy ourselves, but it's to reduce the impulsive decisions that we make along the way. Now, the reason that this works is because we are firm believers that you can't out-train inconsistent habits, but you don't need perfection. You need a lifestyle that supports your goals more often than it sabotages any goals that you might have. Consistency over weeks beats perfection over days. And that's where lasting progress comes from. The gap that most people miss is a framework. And a framework is something that gives you direction. But lasting change usually requires something more personal, like understanding your nutritional blind spots, recognizing behavior patterns that drive your poor decisions, setting targets that fit your life, all comes back to fitting your life, and having accountability when your motivation drops. And that's the difference between knowing what to do and actually going ahead and doing it. The key factor here is to control your lifestyle. Do not let it control you. This protocol is built for people who want real, lasting results along the way without giving up the life that they've worked so hard to enjoy. The goal is not to be perfect, it's to be in control. Now, what you've just seen is just one of the tools that we use inside our elite performance coaching program. The program combines personalized training, nutrition support, injury rehab, mindset coaching, and accountability to help you perform at your best. We've got experts across the board in all areas. We have a whole team. If we're already speaking on Instagram, we'll follow up on there and show you how this can apply to your situation. If you found this video elsewhere, we haven't yet spoken, just send me a DM with the word EPC, letters EPC, and mention that you've watched this video. We'll review where you are right now, and we'll find out what's holding you back, and we'll also understand what the next best step is for you.